Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing tonight, Sally?
I am doing great, and before we start the festivities tonight, I do have something I want to say to each and every one of you. This is a community channel. We get here to visit, to get readings, to chat, but we have zero tolerance for bullies, zero tolerance for name calling, and zero exceptions. Okay, and I'm shocked that I even have to say anything, but zero tolerance. That will not happen again. Okay, so welcome everybody. I see, the gang's all here. It's wonderful to see you guys. I keep saying it, but this is my favorite hour of the week, the time that I spend with you guys. Now, anybody who wants a reading with me in person should make an appointment with a spa near the tracks. And the number there, and that's right here in Stratford, is 519-272-1293. And I have a couple of Tuesday and Friday openings coming up. I do believe that I have some open appointments this Tuesday if you want to see me right away. And also, I am offering readings online. I know some of you come and see me online. And to set up an appointment for a reading with me online, just send me an email at thequeenofboogabooga@gmail.com, and I'll get right back together with you and we'll set up a reading. And without further ado, we want to get right into it. And as always, we start out the show with a pick 5. And that is for your crush. Okay, because we know a lot of people out there have a crush and want to know, what does he think about me? Are we going to communicate this week? Am I going to hear from him? Am I going to see him? Does he like me? Does he think about me? All these other questions that everybody wants to know. Well, all you guys out there that are crushing, we're going to do a 5 cards, a pick 5. What does this week in my crush? Okay, so everybody out there that's crushing and wants to know what their crush thinks, pick your card, 1 through 5. This is card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, and card 5. All right. So, this week in your crush, and which card did you pick, all you crushers out there? Did you pick card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, or card number 5? All right. To my right?
Yep.
Okay, so if you picked card number 1, then this week in your crush, you have the Devil reversed. Okay, and the Devil reversed is not necessarily a good card, but sometimes it's not all bad. I think that this week, if you pick card number 1, this week you are going to be life is going to make you face some truths about your situation. So I'm sorry, I wish the news was better for you this week in your crush, but if you pick card number 1, you might hear something you don't want to hear this week. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then this week in your crush, you've got the Ace of Swords. You've got a breakthrough. You've got communication. So there is communication this week with you and your crush. Did you pick card number 3 for your crush? Well, if you did, this week in your crush, you've got the 3 of Swords. Okay, so the 3 of Swords is heartbreak, but it's kind of facing heartbreak. And I have a feeling that you're going to find out some sad news about your crush this week. Okay. Did you pick card number 4? Well, if you pick card number 4, then this week in your crush, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, but it's Wheel of Fortune reverse. So I don't think much is going to happen in your crush this week. But the Wheel of Fortune says, always remember, the fly on the bottom eventually comes to the fly on the top. And you're in a situation that's always on the move. So maybe this is a good week to wait out until next week. Okay. And last but not least, did you pick card number 5 for this week in your crush? Well, if you pick card number 5, oh my, you pick the magical card. This week, your crush might well become a relationship because you've got the magician on your side, and the magician is about manifestation. So thank you everybody for watching. And let's get on with the questions. Now, I did see that Patricia was first, and I'm so glad that you're in a room now, Patricia, and not in the shelter. That I think that's a better situation for you. And Patricia says she feels like the universe is moving her on, and yeah, a room is a temporary situation, and the universe has pushed you so far, so it's just continuing to push you, Patricia. So we're going to do my 4-card northeast southwest spread, and we'll just north, east, south, and west. And when I do this spread, it's kind of a small spread, but it gives me basically the truisms here. And when you look at the north, that's like the grounding. So that's the reality of the situation. It's basically the material side of it. And you've got the 5 of Swords, but it's 5 of Swords reversed. And the 5 of Swords upright can talk about, unpleasant situations, gossip, situations that work against you. With the 5 of Swords reversed, as far as your reality, it says that you're not out of the woods yet, but the universe is definitely pushing you forward, and you're definitely healing. And the word pride comes through. You have to be careful about pride. It seems to be a downfall for you. That's what your guides are telling me. And then you have the East, and the East is about messages. The East is about just the general spirit of things as you're going forward. And you've got the 2 of Swords, but the 2 of Swords in this deck is about truce. Because you see, you've got the knights that aren't necessarily friends, but they're forming a truce right now. So I can see that right now you're moving forward, and some of the people that you're working with right now are going to be really transactional. So it's going to, the universe is pushing you forward. This is short-lived at best. Yes, short-lived at best. And the Knight of Swords, there's this idea of don't hesitate to move on to the next, to the next whatever. Okay, you've got a lot of swords here, so when swords show up, swords will kind of say that the hurt's already been done. You just need to face your situation dead on. When the swords come up, this is a time to really be, face your problems. No procrastination, get a move on. So let's look at the West, because the West is telling me how things are flowing. And you've got 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords really talk about how people can be nasty. And, I did say that people around you right now are transactional. I think the universe is not only going to push you out of that room, but they're going to push you away from the crowd that you're around right now into something new. But you say you feel like the universe is pushing you. Yeah, the universe is pushing you. And you need to trust your spidey sense a little bit more about who you trust, because I think you have some people around you that you might not be able to trust when you've got those many swords around you, Patricia. Okay, so thank you. It's wonderful to see you. Now we move on to, I don't think the High Priestess the next one. Wasn't there somebody else? Oh, Tashelle retracted her message. So it is a High Priestess tarot. I hope you're doing all right, High Priestess. You say, can I trust my friends? Okay, so we have those around you. And I'm not even going to do Northeast, Southwest. I'm just going to do a down and dirty 3-card spread with that, because that's a pretty simple question. Can you trust your friends?
Can you move those cards right?
Of course I can. Really, really, really interesting here. I think that there are some people around you that you can trust. And I think you've got a solid, like you have people that have been your friend forever, that solid foundation of friends you can trust. But having said that, when you look at the now, you've got that famous illusion delusion card right in front of you, but it's reversed. So when it's reversed like that, it's kind of a seeing through the illusion, a seeing through things. So whatever you're seeing, whatever making you think that, that's your intuition telling you that whoever you're thinking about when you say, I can trust my friends, it's a solid no, you can't trust them. There's a reason that you're getting red flags. And here you've got high priestess, and the high priestess is someone who's pretty intuitive and pretty well, pretty intuitive, let's put it that way, but she's reversed. So I feel like you can see through, you can actually clearly see who you can and can't trust. You just don't want to face it. So the answer to that is not all of them. Trust your guts a little bit more. You know, trust your own eyes. Trust your own eyes and your own ears, High Priestess. That's what your guides are telling me. Okay, so here's T-Shell again. Hey, T-Shell, what does this month hold in store for me? Okay, so we'll go back to my Northeast Southwest reading. I really love that because it looks at life on all levels. You know, it looks at the earth, the grounding. It looks at the air, the spirit. It looks like at the fire, the passion, and it looks at the water and the way things flow. So when we look at your reality, T-Shell, you've got the High Priestess, and it's a High Priestess right side up. So it says that, you know, you've got some pretty good spidey sense, and you really are seeing things for what they are. Okay, so trust yourself in the next little while more than you would trust anybody else. And you've got the Four of Swords, but it's the Four of Swords reversed. So it tells me that as you're coming into this period of your life, you're coming off of a healing period. So this is sort of a wake-up time in your life. And when we look at your passion, you've got the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so when I see the Page of Swords reversed in the area of passion, this tells me that somebody who's been I'm just getting that like emotional, almost in neon lights. And I get this feeling that there's somebody that kind of has a little bit of a hook in your heart that you're trying to get rid of. And every time you're almost rid of them, comes back around. And I see that happening. So you've already healed. Don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go back. There we go. Yes. In the next little while, you've been in a healing cycle of your life, and it's time for you just to move on. Don't go back to an old place just because it's familiar, just because it's familiar. Familiar isn't always good, and in this situation, it definitely isn't good. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to Shell. And let's see who's next. Oh, hi, Suzanne. How are you? And Suzanne says, hello, all. Ernie has had a wonderful weekend with his grandson and would like to ask a question. Will he come back to Kitchener for his grandson's birthday, July 21st? Well, Suzanne, are you sure that's Ernie that's asking that? Okay, so let's see. Let's see how Ernie's doing. Ernie, I'm just gonna throw 3 cards for you. Okay, so do I still need to go to the right?
No. That's why I moved the table.
I know. I noticed. Okay, so okay. Yeah. Er, Ernie's doing all right. And, you know, first off, when you come to this, he's got the 9 of coins. So you say he had a good time with grandson, and he did. It was kind of a nice little escape for him. And he really just gets a real big kick out of his grandson. He thinks that he's the smartest kid ever. But yeah, you've got the 8 of cups here. So yeah, he's going to come back, and yeah, there's going to be the same amount of drama. And don't be the source of the drama. We've already had that conversation. All right, but yeah, he'll be back. Nice to see you, Ernie. All right, and T-Shell. Hey, Queen, what does this month hold us?
We just did that.
We just did that. Okay, so we're going
We're
on.
going with Lashika.
Chica. Good night, Queen. What does my online boyfriend wants a serious relationship with me? Oh, that's a little bit close to, well,
it's not a crush. She's already dating him.
yeah, she's already dating him. There's already a relationship
Just not
there.
physically.
Yeah, and I don't know, because the page of coins kind of jumped out. So that makes me think that you need to look at him a little bit closer. Maybe dig a little bit deeper, because something about this card is telling me he is not who he says he is. Okay, Lashika, let's see what we got going on here. 1, 2, 3.
You're going to have to tell people with the cards that are out of focus.
Oh, are they? Okay, so you've got the King of Cups coming into it. And the King of Cups, I think this is how he presents himself. You know, a loving, gentle person who likes kids and puppies and all these other things. But then you've got the 6 of coins and the 6 of cups, and the 6 of cups is reversed. So when it's reversed, you know, right side up, it's just a little bit being kind of nostalgic, maybe a little childish, maybe living in the past a little bit. But when it's reversed, there's this feeling of immaturity and manipulation there. You know, there's something really immature about, you know, this guy, and yeah, I'd say you need to check him out a little bit more. I don't think he's who he says he is. And that's that. Okay, so you've got the moon. And Lashika, that tells me that what I just told you about this guy, your spidey sense has already been telling you that. You already know there's something not right there. So always follow your instincts. Okay. Hi, Marcy. And yes, it would mean the world to me if you liked and shared this video. It helps me so much. And while I'm taking a breath here, I wanted to tell you about next week. Next week, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to visit my grandson. So I won't be with you next week, but sitting right here in the Queen's chair with the producer will be our good friend Pam Mahoney. And we've known her for a couple of years, and she's absolutely awesome. And I know that she'll take good care of you. If you're there, Pam, say hi to everybody. And so remember, tune in next week and maybe get a different point of view.
And if Pam can't make it, you're getting messages from me from the dark side.
Should I give him a that's one? That's done.
We'll go all goth.
All right. So
what am I getting the one for that for?
I didn't give you one. Okay. So Suzanne would like to ask about a job change for myself. Okay. Suzanne, you are so lucky. You know, every time you start looking over the fence and wondering if the grass is greener on the other side, you get an offer. I mean, you know, you just attract job offers. So
when you're good, you're good.
Yeah. Well, she's charming. And sometimes when you deal with public, charming is very good. Okay, hi Eva. And Sonia wants to know, is my finances going to improve this month? Oh, Sonia, I don't worry about you. You're always asking about your finances. You need to focus in on something else. Okay, but I'm going to ask about your finances anyway. Just because I like you. There you go. So let's do a northeast southwest and do a little bit of a deeper dig on Sonia's finances. Because you worry a lot about it. And I just get this feeling that you've got kind of a money worry weariness happening around you. Yeah, everything seems to be a compromise. Everything seems to be an agreement. And I think that you feel confined by your situation. Okay. And I know that in some sectors they're getting pessimistic information, and I think that you've been getting pessimistic information, and it makes me wonder about those around you. You know, whether you're getting too surrounded with negativity. Then you look at the passion. You see that the passion you do want to have, kind of just what we all want. You know. Friends, family, community, a bringing together, a celebration. I worry that the things that you want are the things that money won't buy. And I found in my own life that when I quit focusing in on money and just focused in on the things that I wanted, that money came a lot more easily. I'm not saying we're rolling it, because we aren't by any means, but we have lived like that, where we decide what we want instead of just asking the universe to send us a bunch of money. And pretty much, well, we've got some of the things that we've wanted have come to us in convoluted ways, but I think that's worked much better for us than just worrying about finances.
You looked at me like I was paying attention.
I thought you hung on my every word. I thought you worshiped the ground I walk on. Oops. I know it lost me. Okay, so anyhow, money-wise, your attitude determines your altitude. There is a potential for happiness here. But I worry about, the worry. My friend Rob, and I'd really like to see a little bit more of Rob Shaw. But anyhow, he used to say that worry is negative prayer. And that's really true. So try not to worry so much, because money worry is dragging you down when you do have a good support system around you, and you do have love and a potential for happiness here, Sonia. Okay, so Patricia says, the universe has also moved me out of my job. Yeah, the universe says you as many swords as it sent you. Yeah, you're kind of getting shoved along, aren't you? And the universe shoves you a little bit, Patricia, and you go, but.
Our next question comes from Trudy, who is looking for a new job.
Okay. All right. So, and I'm sure that most of you are subscribers, but if there's anybody out there, if there's anybody out there that is trying to ask a question that can't, just subscribe to our channel, and then YouTube will let you make a comment. Okay. So,
Bianca, are you saying that those YouTube shops I take your meeting classes never happened?
No, the YouTube the retreats never happened, because to be real honest, I didn't get enough people signed up, And the feedback that I got from a lot of people was that they didn't want to get into multiple days and staying overnight. So in the fall, I will be holding camps. And I've already managed to get one online. And I'll tell you, updating that website, I was swearing. I was sputtering.
The dog was hiding.
He was hiding. But I did manage to get the information on the tarot camp up, and that happens on Saturday, September 17th. And that will be at the Queen's Inn. It starts at 8:30 and it goes till 6 p.m. And I do have a schedule of the events for that day. It does include a lunch, and we will look at the psychic development, the greater secrets, the lesser secrets. We'll touch on numerology, and then we will do spreads and practice readings. And I'm keeping the class size smaller so everybody will get individual attention. And like I said, it includes lunch, so I got you all day. And I haven't put it up on Eventbrite yet, but anybody who's interested in taking participating in the camp, just send me an email at thequeenofoogaboga@gmail.com.
And that was for a 1-day camp.
1 day.
Yeah, I made it. Bianca sounded like she was taking part in a lot of these YouTube shops, and it's like, what happened? I get the feeling some of these are just not happening. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to a whole lot of the YouTubers.
Oh, yeah, I do my shops in person.
Who's next?
Okay, so
That's funny, Patricia, North Vancouver.
oh, BB, who is coming for me in love? Oh, BB, let's see.
I think you missed somebody.
Did I?
Yeah, Posh Tosh.
Oh, let's see.
Is there any future for me and my Gemini?
Oh,
It's not a crush.
that's true. That's true. Okay. Or should I just move out? Well, if you start thinking like that, it usually means it's time to move out. Well, we'll take a look, see at what's going on. Let's just look at Posh Tasha's situation here. Posh Tasha's situation with a Gemini. So we'll see what the relationship is, the changes that have been made, the passion that exists right now, and the way it's the flow. So north, east, southwest, earth, air, fire, water. So in your north, you've got the 8 of coins. So at the base of it, it is not working. And, it seems like he is the one that's like the closest to me. And I really get the feeling that he's not putting in the work. And so the relationship is faltering. And it really is due to him, because you have dreams of being well grounded. You have certain expectations because you're adults and it's an adult relationship, right? Okay, so then when we look at the east, we've got the Knight of Swords. And so then I get right back to it's an adult relationship. And he just seems to not want to grow up. See the passion. Yeah, this is, he just seems to have lost his grounding. And when you've got the Knight of Coins and he's reversed like that, it talks about somebody who's, stubborn, procrastinating, kind of staying in one place. Basically lost the plot or lost motivation. But the Knight of Coins is a pretty unmotivated person. And it's funny because you got the 2 knights, the Knight of Coins. There's 4 knights, by the way. The Knight of Coins and the Knight of Swords. Well, the Knight of Swords, when he's reversed, he just goes forward and just tramples, and He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know where he's going, but he's just going to keep charging forward anyhow. And so you've got kind of a with the Gemini, you got some bad chemistry, some bad things happening here. And I get right back to the thing I said before. You're an adult person with an adult relationship, and you have every right to expect that. Okay. The cards are pretty much well saying yes. They're saying this is your time to settle down and start thinking about, having babies and stuff like that. And this is just not going to happen with this guy. So I would say that your instincts are right. It's time to cut your losses and run. And don't think about it as I wasted 3 years with this guy. You would just happen to be with this guy as you lived your life for the past 3 years. It wasn't a waste, but the universe is telling you to move on, and so are the cards.
And apparently you've moved on to too quickly, because Trudy's saying you actually didn't give her a reading. You got sidetracked.
Oh, did I? I get sidetracked a lot, Trudy.
Trudy wants to know about a future job.
Oh, this is a good time to be looking for one. This is kind of an aside, but a future job for Trudy. And I'm just going to do a 3-card spread on that. Nice. When I look at the direction you're going right now, and when I look at where you came from, you've got the moon reversed, and this is kind of, I feel almost like the last place you were at, you were almost gaslighted. It's kind of there's a not nice situation behind you that you've left behind you, but it says right here in the 8 of Wands, it feels like things are moving forward for you pretty fast. And here, so you got 8, which would be August, and then you have the Emperor. So I'm going to say right in early August. I wish I could say sooner, and my timing could be off. We could be looking at 4 days, but it feels like you've got, this is speed. This is things moving forward really fast. So whatever lack of confidence, whatever beliefs you have about yourself stemming from your last job, leave that behind you. I think there might have been a little bit of emotional abuse, but you left that job with your confidence undone. And I know that because where you're headed is towards somebody who's a little bit more grounded and a better boss. Somebody that has high expectations for his employees, but he leads the right way. Bully and bluster is not the way to get your employees to work for you. It's appreciating your employees and appreciating their skills and bringing out the best in your employees. That's what a true leader does. And the next place you work, you are going to have a true leader. Yeah, look at that. Temperance. So I do see you coming into a place that brings you into balance. And again, don't, know that your last job really undid your confidence. Okay, so let's see.
Next, we have pick a card for the week.
Oh, yes. Okay, so
this segment is where Sally draws 3 cards. You pick one, and that card will be your reading for the coming week.
And I think I have been using the Gypsy cards, but it keeps sending me the Anger card. So I decided that I was going to switch to my Pamela Coleman Smith deck, which is what you see as classic tarot, only there's some extra cards there. So let's see, what is your week going to be? Pick 3 cards. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So, did you pick card number 1? Well, if you pick card number 1, then your card for this week is a Queen of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Swords reversed, this is kind of one of those, you knew I was a snake before you let me in kind of cards. So it says that this week, don't trust somebody who has deceived you or lied to you in the past. This is a week for you to be very cautious about those around you. And it feels like, it's kind of like past history. So don't trust anybody that's let you down before. Could be good advice. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your card for this week is a Page of Swords reversed. And, my mom used to say, my Southern mom used to say, always keep your words soft and sweet, as you may have to eat them tomorrow. And the Page of Swords can be a message, but when he's reversed like that, he's a sharp tongue message. And I really see that as being a warning against saying something negative that you can't take back. Because once the words are out of your mouth, you can't take them back. So parse your words carefully this week. And if you've got something negative to say, don't say it. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then this week for you, interesting card. It's the Illusion Delusion card, but it's reversed. So when this shows up reversed, this is a card that says you see through the distractions, you see through the confusion around you. So again, trust your instincts. Know that you see through the confusion, but know that those around you might not. Okay, so there's that clarity of vision for this week. Okay, so thank you very much, and I hope all of you have a very good week.
Our next question comes from Bianca.
Hi, Bianca.
Is there really a stolen inheritance of mine? The reason of this ganja talking, and is my favorite cousin involved? That almost reads like a Reddit story.
I know. We've been reading a lot of Reddit stories lately. It's like little mini soap operas. Okay, so Bianca and the inheritance. And the ganja and the cousin. Okay, Bianca, northeast, southwest. Just give you a northeast, southwest, just like that. North, east, south, and west. Okay, so that's an interesting one to put right up front, because you've got the Six of Swords. But the Six of Swords means moving forward. And it just says that it's basically saying move forward, move beyond this. So this idea of an inheritance and what's going on with your cousin has you a little bit stuck. So you might want to change your focus a bit. You definitely want to change your focus a bit. There's a lot of confusion around that, around that topic and around your cousin, to be quite honest. But it's kind of saying that you see through the bullshit right now, or you're starting to see through the bullshit. Yeah, again, move on. Move on. You're doing fine without the inheritance. Move on. If it's really yours and it's really meant for you, it'll find you wherever you move on to. Yeah, that idea of immaturity. Now you're talking about your cousin being part of it. Is it possible that he might be big upping it or making up stories or something along those lines? Because it's at the heart of it. There's somebody very immature that you need to move beyond. Because these two sixes seem to go together. Yeah. No. Whatever this is, move beyond it. Don't sign anything. Don't trust anything right now. Because you're just getting right here. These two, move beyond it, move beyond it. The only thing that this is a topic that leads to that leads to worry and sorrow. Yeah, so if there is, it's really not something that should be pursued. It's almost like, is your cousin trying to rip you off or something? I don't understand, but
It's not for us to understand.
that's what the cards are saying.
Lydia is looking for a soulmate.
Ah,
I recommend tarragon.
it goes great with soul.
As do almonds.
Mm. Mm.
Drowned in butter.
Okay, but Lydia, and when will I find my soulmate? Okay, so whoops. Well, cards seem to want to talk to her. So they just say he's there. Say he's there. That's interesting. So it looks like you have a pretty good idea of what you want and the future you want, because you have the world here. So you've already taken steps to make sure, to ensure that your life is on a good course. And when we look at you now, you're showing us the Nine of Pentacles. When I see the Nine of Pentacles, I see that as being, it looks like it's not about the material stuff. It's really not. It really is about finding a soulmate. It says you're doing fine career-wise, you're fine money-wise. But you've got this right here, and they say they don't want to tell you a whole lot about it, but they are saying within 4 years. And that it is there. So I keep putting one foot in front of the other and know that you are actually going to find your soulmate within 4 years. Okay.
Excellent. Sarah wants to know whether she'll be moving to another country.
Ooh, that's exciting. International travel. International moving. Oh my goodness.
Well, while Sally's shuffling, if you would like a reading, all you have to do is subscribe, and then you can type your question into the chat, and we'll get to you in sequence. Due to time constraints, we no longer do general readings. And if you have a question about your crush regarding how he or she feels about you or what they are thinking about you, at the beginning of the show, we do a segment called How is My Crush Feeling About Me? It's a pick 5 segments. You pick one card out of 5, and that will be your reading for your question. It's at the beginning of every show, and after the show, you can just rewind it, watch it again, and then watch your segment, and that will answer your question. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Sarah's question, will I move to another country? Let's see what's going on with Sarah.
Can you pull this down a tad?
Yes, I can. Ooh, she actually has a physical opportunity being presented to her. Interesting. Wow, another opportunity. Well, it looks like you're being offered an opportunity, but you're kind of worried about whether you should go on with the adventure or whether it pulls you away from the ones that you love. So there's this kind of, do I go off on an adventure or do I settle down kind of thing. And there's the restless soul. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so you do have the opportunity, but as it stands right now, it doesn't look, that opportunity, the universe is putting it in front of you. You can definitely take up on this opportunity, but it looks like where you're standing right now, it's the idea of leaving behind those that you love. I think you have friends, family, and it's just, the adventure's so tempting. But then, I see you're really torn, and even in the cards, it's torn. You're torn. Maybe this will help, and maybe it won't. When I look at the West and when I look at the flow of things, if you do move to another country, you won't do as financially as if you put your roots down here. It's the best I can give you as far as making up your mind, because I can see you're really torn here. I think it's cool you got that opportunity at all. That's really neat.
Caribbean
Okay.
Baddie. Yes, we do go down the list in sequence. As you can tell, Sally talks a lot. The readings are lengthy at times, so it does take some time to get through the entire list. And regarding the question regarding your crush, what Marcy was talking about is that there's a general segment we do for everybody, which is a 5-card reading. You pick one of the 5 cards, and that will be your reading for your crush for the coming week. Next, we have Phoebe, looking for love.
Okay. And just bear with me here, folks.
She's trying to find her place in the chat.
Yes. Okay, so there we are. BB. Okay. Who is coming for me in love? Oh, with the little hearts. Okay, baby. I thought it seems to me like I answered that, but I'm going to throw 3 more cards. Didn't I answer a question for BB before?
I don't recall.
Okay, so anyhow.
You act like I've been sitting here.
I know. Isn't that presumptuous of me? Okay. Okay, well, who is coming to me in love? They're not really they are throwing the number 4. So they're giving me timing more than somebody. They're giving me 4 weeks, 4 months, somebody that you meet in September.
Alrighty. Well, that was for BB, who's
That
looking
was
for love.
me.
Guru Manpreet is looking for a student visa. Classes start September 7th. He's been refused before. Sorry.
Okay, student visa. Ooh, we'll just see what this is. Oh, it says 3rd time's a charm. Have you been rejected twice?
Pull those down.
Of course I can. Would be my pleasure. Okay, so. That's interesting. I think you've already been turned down twice, and the 3rd time's a charm. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 3rd time's a charm. You'll get it.
Well, let's hope that this is your 3rd time then.
If not, if you've only been turned down once, you're going to get turned down twice. You get a yes the 3rd time, so do not quit trying.
Shannon, I'm sorry. Due to time constraints, we no longer do general readings. Please ask a question. Sarada, we don't ask questions about other people. So if you have a question about yourself, go for it. But we're not going to answer your Riva and Hero relationship question. Haifa wants to know whether she should follow Gemini on Instagram. Yeah, but be careful. Geminis rarely know which way they're going.
Yeah. Everybody else gets a card. This is just a quick 1 card. Yeah.
That's a lonely, cold, and bitter trek.
Yeah. I don't think that there's I don't think there's much for you with the Gemini. There's something there for the Gemini, but this relationship just doesn't bring anything to the table for you. And you really do need something for you too. Okay, so let's see. Should I follow Gemini on Instagram? Well, we already looked at that. And we looked at Trudy, right? Gosh.
Amy Love is looking what's coming up this week for me and my person. There we go. Actual question.
All right. Amy Love, what is coming towards me? Okay. Hopefully not a freight train. Okay. Let's see. Amy Love. Amy. Okay, so we have these reverse cards, but they're sort of telling a story because when I look here, you've got the Empress reversed, and the Empress reversed is kind of a lack of productivity. You know, when I see what's coming ahead, what the cards are telling me is wherever you're at right now, you're kind of stuck, and so they're saying any change you make will be better than what you're doing right now, because right now you're standing in one spot waiting for something to happen that's just not going to happen, and the problem with that is it's keeping you from other opportunities, and it's weakening you. So whatever you're stuck on, get unstuck on it. The sooner the better. Okay, so
All right, Greg being bad, he wants to know what's coming up next for me and Tay.
okay.
Welcome all newcomers. Glad to see you. Hope you're having a good time. We certainly are. We
Always are.
We do try to get to all the questions in sequence. Every now and then there's just too many. Sally does get tired after a time. And I just get hungry.
Yes. I'm not as young as I used to be. Okay, so.
Who is?
Yes. With you and Tay, you've got death, and death is usually a good card. In this case, it is. It talks about changes. It talks about a new day. There's kind of there's just the right kind of changes in his life or in your life that kind of changes your position in life. But it's kind of it's the dawning of a new day. So this is a good thing. Because if you were happy with the way things were between you and Tay, you wouldn't be answering this question. Well, the situation is changing. Let's see how it's changing. Okay, so you've got tribute, but you've got tribute reversed. And the idea of tribute, it says that when you're on the way out, you should kind of pay tribute to the, it feels like a respect for those around you and respect for the general way things go. But because it's reversed, it tells me that you guys can just skip over the usual traditions or introductions or whatever the rituals are that you feel you and Tay need to go to through. There's changes here. And I'm sure this is going to be a card of speed. It is. All right. So whatever's tethering you guys, whatever's holding you back, it looks like you guys are going to move ahead. Because when I look ahead, you've got the Ace of Cups. So this is ahead in a good direction. But there is that need to remove yourself from the shackle of tradition and the expectations of others, because just you and Tay are a love story. Okay.
All right, our next question comes from Ling the Aries. What will be happening next for S and me?
May I know, does S have any romantic feelings, intentions towards me?
That's the first question. There's a second question that's
Oh,
more
oh,
specific.
oh, okay, okay. Okay, so oh yeah, okay. Um, may I ask what will be happening for next for S and me? Will he confess and take me in a serious relationship? Mm, I don't know about that. So keep in mind, I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay, so we're going to look at the northeast, southwest. North, east, south, and west. Okay, so in the north, the reality of the situation, the material of the situation, you've got star reversed. And the star, when it's right side up, it talks about getting what you want. When it's reversed, it's saying you're wishing for the wrong things. So you might have some unrealistic expectations here. Yeah, yeah. And you've had some unrealistic expectations. Got the Ten of Swords, as you're coming in here, and it's the Ten of Swords reversed. So it almost feels like this is a situation that's hurt you before, and now there's some sort of something that's awoken, that's got you going back to it. See what we have in passion. That's really interesting. Okay, so when I look at where you're sitting right now and your experiences up to now, that's been unrealistic expectations. And you're asking about S in general, and I really think that you're focused in on the wrong one. And I think S has a hook in your heart. And you haven't managed to quite let it go yet, because when you see this new beginning in the area of passion and emotion and love, you've got something new, and I mean new in big neon letters coming your way. So don't go back to something that hurt you before. You got something new coming your way. And if it's S, that would mean that you just met S. And I think there's a history there. There's a history, there's a desire, there's a longing. And the cards are saying, don't worry, we're sending you something new, something better, something real, something that won't lead you on, something that won't put a hook in your heart. Okay. So thank you.
Terry T, when will I meet my man? Ma'am.
Okay, so that's just a number. That's just a little bit of timing. Okay, so
Terry, are you in the Marine Corps? The way you've been calling Sally ma'am?
yeah, don't call me ma'am. I work for a living.
We'll get to you, Kathy.
Okay, so where are we? Okay, so
Terry T's looking for a man.
Okay, just one card right there. All right, so you've got the devil reversed. So this is more around Halloween, but this is also saying that you need to let go of some of the attitudes, some of the negativity around you, because when you got the devil reversed, that tells me that you've got some negative things. You've got things that are or people around you that are working against you relationship wise. So whoever the toxic person is that pours poison all over your relationships, you got to keep her or him as far away from you as possible. But you did ask a win, and the win is Halloween. Okay.
All right. Cassie wants to know, is there a woman who has negative thoughts towards me?
Well, those fell. So we'll look at those, but I'm going to put out 3 first. A woman with negative thoughts about you. Okay. Well, there's definitely a woman who thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. You see it because you're asking if you have a woman that has negative thoughts about you, and you've got a definite woman in mind. But what the cards are saying is, yeah, this is somebody who might be a little pushy and controlling, but really and truly believes that they are doing what's in your best interest. This is somebody who is, yeah, is really taking charge of your life, and even if she is doing the right thing, it's not her life. You don't have somebody who necessarily has negative feelings about you. You have somebody who's doing some major boundary stomping. Okay. Also, this is a little side thing. In July is a good time for you to ask for a promotion or a raise. It says July, ask for money. Okay.
Well, we have one more question from Shanrika.
Hi, Shanrika.
Will I get apology from Aries?
Well,
That sounds like a one-card question.
yeah, I know. I'm thinking charcoal lighter and a Bic.
Hi, Tiffany. Welcome to the channel.
Hi, Tiffany. It's nice to see you.
You gotta hurry up and get a question in because we're usually done at 10 o'clock.
Yes, yes. And
Hi, Rakia. Welcome to the channel.
apology for this, Aries. Aries is pretty proud. Yeah, but like I said, Aries are pretty proud. There's something in it for him. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so who do we have here?
All right. Well, neither Tiffany nor Rakia have asked a question yet. Shannon, let's see. Yes, Shannon, we did do a reading on you. That was the reading about a job.
Ah,
Hoodwidge Tarot, due to time constraint, we don't do general readings anymore. If you have a specific question, please ask it. All right. Tiffany, how is my Aquarius man feeling right now about me?
and that's why we do the crush right at the beginning of the show. So it's the very first segment. I think it's maybe 5-10 minutes in.
And let's see. Rikia, is the person I'm thinking about lying to me?
Okay.
Shannon, we answered your question about a job.
Yes. I told you that you're going to get a job sometime between 4 weeks, 4 months, but right around September. Anyhow, let's see. And Reiki wants to know if she's being lied to.
Yep.
No, you're just not being told everything.
Oh, lie by omission. Hoodwidge Tarot, will my Leo come back? Gotta leave a bowl of milk outside.
Oh, why do you want someone to come back if you manage to get rid of them? Let them keep gone, stay gone. Okay, Hoodwitch Tarot. And this is the Leo. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups. So that's actually a good card for a good new beginning. You better put some boundaries and ground rules on that Leo, because I got a feeling that there's another aspect of the Ace of Cups is a baby.
All right, Tiffany, because we get about 20 questions every Sunday regarding how does my crush feel about me? What is my crush thinking about me? We now do a segment at the beginning of the show where you pick one of 5 cards, and that reading will tell you about your crush for the week. Obviously, you've missed it at this point. The live show started an hour ago. But once we are done, and once YouTube has its stuff processed, you can go back and watch that reading over again. And lately, I've been trying to pull that reading out of the live chat, out of the live group, live show. Look at me, my tongue is twisting itself. Out of the live show and posting it separately.
Okay, and Rikia, you said, what am I not being told? Okay, first you were asking if you were being lied to. And the answer to that is no, you weren't being told everything, which means that you need to ask questions. You're not being given the all the information. And I remember the guy that came up, he was the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles will hold on to his truths, and he'll only give you the information he thinks you need to know. He's just that way. So ask questions.
No reason to apologize, Tiffany. You're new here and you didn't know. It's as simple as that.
Yes, you're always welcome here. And remember to like and subscribe. And welcome to everybody. It's been a great week.
So,
Did I manage to get everybody?
Tiffany does have a question. Will I see my Aquarius soon?
Oh, okay. So, Tiffany and her Aquarius. Okay, so I'm actually going to read 3 cards for you just because. Okay, so, well, you haven't been satisfied with them when you're coming up to here. So, you've got the Hanged Man reversed. Let's see what this next one is. Hanged Man and Temperance. That's a major holiday coming. Okay, I would say it's still about 4 weeks. And to be real honest, I don't like the energies that I'm getting because they're not balanced and they're not respectful enough of you. But that's just my opinion. You asked how long? 4 weeks. Give me a 4.
All right, one last question from Terry T.
Hi, Terry T.
Terry is planning to go visit home after exams. Which month's the best for me to go? He's only got a few weeks to do it.
Oh, okay. So,
you're welcome, Rakia. I hope I'm saying that right.
Okay, so
You're welcome, Tiffany.
Terry T going home. Ooh. The Hanged Man says this is really expensive. Like over the top expensive. It just feels like the thing about a trip home is just money pouring out of your pocket. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so it's saying, like, don't wait around for a major holiday or that, but you've got a man here. I think it's your dad. Like, when I put down, I thought, oh, that's nice. Because I think what the cards are saying is that you should go home for your dad's birthday, maybe? Dad's birthday, his retirement. Some sort of celebration around your dad is when you should go home. But know that it costs a lot of money, and I think the Hanged Man, the way it's set is telling me that to be very careful about your planning there and be aware of the costs. So you need to shop around and protect yourself, protect your pocketbook. Okay.
Well,
There you
Rakia, yeah, thanks for that pronunciation clarification. All right. You're welcome, Shanrika. Beautiful blessings to you as well. That's it. That's all. We are down to our very, very last segment of the night.
And everybody, it helps us so much if you give us a like, if you give us a subscribe, share, tell your friends, have them come see us. It's great to see you guys week after week. We look forward to this.
And now the last segment is pick 4 cards for your finances, if I remember.
Yes, and I am picking a very special deck this week. Well, since I stole them from you, you could tell everybody how I got this deck.
You stole it from me. It was some story that is. Bruce Meyer owned those cards. He gave it to me during a reading he was doing for me. He imported those cards himself. They're from somewhere in Europe. Don't remember exactly where. There's something special about the cards. I think they have 4 jokers in it.
4 jokers.
And 4 left bowers, if I remember correctly or not.
It's four aces and four jokers, but it's a joker of every suit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what the specialty was there. Some euchre decks have left bower separately, and I guess the 4 jokers can make that happen.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
So it very much has his energies on it.
And
we always talk about Bruce when I pull out this deck.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so it's pick 4.
Pick 4.
Pick 4
for finances. Yes.
Card number 1. Card number 2. Did he just whine? Card number 3. And card number 4.
She was talking about the dog. His name is Felix.
Yes. Sorry about that. Okay, so did you pick card number 1? Well, if you pick card number 1, then this week in finances for you, ooh, Ace of Hearts. So this is a week for good new beginnings in matters of the heart. So I see new friendships, new relationships. Just this week is dominated by friends, family, lovers. Love. Love is the theme of this week. Enjoy. That's a good theme to have. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your card for this week, wow, is the Ace of Diamonds. This is a new week. This is a good week for you and money. This is a week for you to seek out new opportunities and new ways to make your money grow. Okay. So far, so good. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then this week for you, is the Ace of Clubs, the Joker of Clubs. And the Joker of Clubs, this is a good week for you to make things happen. This is a good week for opportunities and adventure. This week, if you pick card number 3, this is the week for you to grab life by the boo-boo. Okay. Did you pick card number 4? Well, if you pick card number 4, then your card this week is the 9 of Diamonds. Another very good card. It does talk about getting your ducks in a row financially. You have things that you need to work on in a material sense. So this is either money-wise or career-wise this week. And 9s aren't completion, they're near completion. So you're not completing a project, you're putting on the lipstick and makeup. You're putting on in the final details. So this is a week to pay attention to details. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in.
Yes, that was it. That's the last segment. Any final words? Any parting words, Sally?
Yes, anybody who would like to see your Queen of Ooga Booga in person, come to Stratford. Come to the spa near the tracks. Set up an appointment to see me. The number is 519-272-1293. I also offer readings online, which I can give you a reading anywhere in the world. To set up a reading online with Sally Diane, just send me an email at thequeenofoogaBooga@gmail.com. And those who are interested in learning the tarot, In September, I have Tarot Camp, which is a day-long tarot camp. And to find out more about it, visit our website at sallydiane.com. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you next week for another episode of Psychic Sundays Live.